The UN says more than 3 million people have already been displaced in Iran, and more than 667,000 people have been displaced in Lebanon since the war began. There's so much talk about the military objectives. Today, I wanted to focus on the human toll first. So the UNHCR says between 600,000 and 1 million Iranian households have now been displaced, people fleeing the US-Israeli strikes. So they've launched an emergency appeal for those who want to donate. They're also appealing for Lebanon. Lebanon has been bombarded by Israeli strikes. Israel says it's targeting Hezbollah strongholds in the southern suburbs of Beirut, but we're seeing them expand those strikes into central Beirut. I shared one of those videos with you yesterday, but earlier there was a strike on the seafront in the heart of Beirut. This is where people who've already been displaced have set up tents to take shelter. A strike there left at least 8 people dead, at least 31 people injured, and anyone who knows Lebanon or Beirut, this is really unheard of. You never see strikes like this in the center of the capital. I also want to show you the death tolls. Al Jazeera has been doing a daily tally. This was earlier, so the numbers may have changed, but just to give you an idea, Iran, more than 1,300 people killed, 17,000 people injured. Of course, this includes a girls' school where around 180 people were killed. And if you haven't been following, even US military investigators say that strike points to American missiles that caused it. In Lebanon, 687 people killed, 1,500 injured. Really high numbers considering this is Lebanon, not Iran. And these are purely from Israeli strikes. And then you can see the numbers in the rest of the region. Before I go, I want to give you a quick rundown on some of the other headlines. Firstly, Mojtaba Khamanei, the new supreme leader, made his first statement. He vowed to continue blocking the Strait of Hormuz. He also said that although Iran has a policy of friendship with its neighboring countries, Iran would continue to target US bases in those countries. Benjamin Netanyahu also had his first press conference. It's the first one since the war began. Nothing really major there. He touted what he called Israel's military wins. And he also said Israel was trying to create the conditions for the Iranian people to overthrow the regime. Of course, that's really difficult at this stage with the barrage of US-Israeli strikes on Iran at the moment. People can't really get on the streets. The other thing I want to mention is the oil prices. They were above $100 again. Trump also posted this. The United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. I just want to put this into perspective. So when oil prices go up, yes, oil companies that produce oil, they make money. Oil producing countries that have state-owned oil companies, so like the Gulf countries or Russia, for instance, they will make money. But when oil prices go up, the cost of living for regular people also goes up. So that means you may have to cut your spending. Businesses will have to cut their budgets. They may have to cut jobs. So what happens in the long run is the entire economy slows down. And this is not just in one country. This is global because oil prices are global. They affect the world. So when Trump says we make a lot of money, yes, maybe the oil companies in certain countries may make money, but regular people do not benefit from higher oil prices. It's actually the opposite.